In the good morning, everyone. In previous lecture only, I told you that you have to join with proper information. That is name, roll number, division, and standard. Still, there are some students those are not just joining from their only name. Either they are just writing division and class, they are not writing the roll number. So those who not joined properly, please rejoin again. Now I am audible properly. Okay. So this is your textbook which you are going to study. Okay, now let us discuss what is given in this. This is QR code which help you to find the information about related subject. So next, these are the different people, those who got given their contribution to make this textbook. Okay, so now this is preamble, which is a part of our Constitution of India. We have to follow this preamble. Then it is national anthem and it is a pledge of our country. Now here it is a preface which I have told to read for the history. In the same way you have to read for the English also. Okay, now what we are going to study in this particular textbook of history English, sorry. We are going to study about different well-known authors' writings. Okay, then what is the use of this thing? What is the use of the different chapters which are given in the textbook? They will help you to build the confidence of writing and reading. As now, before we start our lecture regarding English, let me tell you one important thing, that it's a language, it is not a subject. So you have to use it as a language. Use it as a language means what? You have to, whatever you are studying in this particular textbook, you have to use day to day life. Understood? Then only it will help you develop your English language. And if you once you develop your English language, so nobody will hold your hand to gain the good marks, because it will help you to uh, give a confidence to write, to read, develop a skill, creativity. Understood? And for that, different activities are given in the warming up and the workshop that we all are going to discuss when we study the particular chapter. Now, to a statement of competencies, as it is a first language, as it belongs to the English medium student school, so this is your first language. So, which competencies are important? Means the student should be able to develop the following thing. Before studying the chapter, it is very important that we should discuss this thing. First, listening skill. Which list under the listening skill, what the things which you have to develop? The first, summarize the story, conversation, play, informative speech or debate. Then Think critically about the information being presented. Whatever the thing has been presented, you are able to think about that thing critically, then only you are going through the criteria of the ninth standard. Note the difficulty, unfamiliar bits while listening so as to ask question later. Analyze and evaluate the argument being presented. Appreciate different style of presentation. Appreciate an effective presentation. Understand the feature that make it effective. Reflect on what is heard or presented. Understand different interpretation of a literary piece. I hope you have understood the listening competencies which you have to develop while studying the standard 9 or English language. Next, speaking skill. Contribute meaningfully to the conversation. Whatever the conversation is going on, you have to contribute meaningfully. Means you don't have to be a passive learner. You need to be active learner. Wherever it is important to give the answer, you have to give the answer. Then initiate a conversation in English. It is very important you start converse with English language with your friends, family members, teachers, and others. Is that clear? Make efforts to improve his or her own pronunciation and speech. And when you are able to develop or improve in pronunciation, when you will speak it out. Understood? It may be possible that you will not able to pronounce the thing properly, but if you will stop at that time only, so it will not be helpful. When it will be helpful, when you will try to be pronounced in a better way. Okay, because practice makes man perfect. Am I right? Then next, demonstrate a process activity clearly. Then after that, present a report based on survey, notes, information gathered from other sources. Then use quotation, idioms, proverbs appropriately. As I have used proverb, practice makes man perfect. In the same way, where the things are, where this particular lines, quotations can be fit, that you have to use. It will increase your speaking skill. You then describe something in a certain way to achieve a certain effect. Is that clear? Then after that next is interpret lines from the literary piece. Means whatever the
Literary piece we are going to discuss that you are able to interpret, means you are able to explain those lines. It's very important, and give your own opinion and advocate of cause. These are the different competencies which you have to develop when you are discussing the when you are learning the language of English. After that, read reading skill. That is, read patiently till the end of the piece. Means whatever the chapter, whichever the chapter, or poem or story which you are going to study, that you have to read patiently. You don't have to be hyper and stop the reading in the middle. Understood? Next, understand the overall structure of a literary piece, stanzas and refrain in a song, stanzas and rhyme scheme in a verse, and the various threads in a story, play, etc. Then understand the writer's intention. Now it is very important whenever we are discussing a particular poem or whatever the thing, that time you are able to understand the writer's intention, why the writer has written that particular thing. Is that clear? Means whenever you are studying a particular chapter, it is very important that you should know in a detail about the story, and at the same time you should know in detail about the writer's intention. Then only the whatever we are discussing, it will be fruitful. Is that clear? If you are not able to understand writer's intention, so there is a no use of the studying the particular piece of work. I hope understood everyone. Next, understand the literal as well as suggested implied meaning. Then understand implied meaning. Implied meaning in the sense the thing. There are two different meaning: literal meaning and implied meaning. Literal meaning means whatever the word has been given, it has the same meaning. And implied means the meaning is different and the word is used different. Is that clear? Then understand and appreciate wit and humor in writing. Read carefully to understand a new concept and idea. Read so as to compare, contrast different points of view. Relate and evaluate the information against one's previous knowledge and develop further insight. Then judge or find the authenticity or source of a piece of writing. Relate a literary piece of writing to one's own experience. Yes, beta, you can rejoin. Relate a literary piece of writing to one's own experience. Appreciate precision, clarity, transparency in writing. Means whenever you are writing, so that time precision means you have to write in a very precise manner. It should contain all the different information also, and it should not be too long. It is very important. Understood? Then clarity, whatever you are trying to say, that should be clear, and transparency should be there in the writing. Understand and appreciate use of literary device, figure of speech, etc. You are going to we are going to discuss different literary device in the poem, and different vocabulary. So all those things you are able to use when you are writing. Write correctly, avoiding mistake in grammar and avoid mistake in grammar and spelling. Means it happens sometimes by mistakenly, and sometimes you don't know the spelling or you don't know the grammar correctly. So this thing can happen. So you have to avoid it. Avoid it. Okay. Attempt calligraphy and decorative writing. Means your writing skill, way of writing style should also get developed. That is why it is important. Then write formal letters in the expected format. Okay, I'm going to explain you the format of the letter that you should write in that particular format only. There is no need to do any changes. Whatever the pattern is been given related to any writing skill. Is that clear? Next, explain a concept, an idea in short. Express one's own thought and ideas coherently and effectively. Expand on a theme. Report an event happening using an appropriate format, a news item, a personal observation, diary, etc. These are the different writing skills which I am discussing now. Then attempt creative writing in different forms, in the form of story, in the form of poem, in the form of skit, dialogues, cartoons, jokes, etc. This all you should write properly. Is that clear? Okay, someone had asked what is the meaning of the coherent? Coherent in the sense in a logical order. Understood? Whenever you are writing something, it should be in a proper logical order. Means first you have read step 1, then step 2, then step 3. Is that clear? Most welcome, beta. Next, report an event happening using an app. Okay, sorry, we have done this. Review a book, a film, a TV program, a play, etc. Attempt using different styles of writing and different literary devices. Attempts using different techniques to make his or her writing more effective. These are the different competencies which you have to develop when we are discussing, when we are doing the writing. Understood? After that, study skill. The studying is also a skill. What you have to study? Paraphrase a word or phrase. Compile list of useful words, expressions, idioms, definitions, formulas, etc. Make a notes or for personal references while listening and reading. Understood? Means you have to make a note of all the references which you are using or you are going to be used. Remember and recall necessary information and the way it is organized with the help of personal notes. Means it is very important you should have a personal note. What is a personal note? When your teacher is going to explain something, so that time you should write some key points that will help you to recall whatever you have discussed. This thing can be used in all the subject. Understood? Yes or no? Just put in a chat box. Okay. Revise in increasingly larger chunks of information mentally. Understood? Means whatever the larger chunk means a large sentences, a large information. You should revise those things in mentally only, so it will also help your study skill. It will help you to memorize the thing. Identify which learning strategy work best for oneself and use them. Then translate different types of informative text from mother tongue into English and English into mother tongue. It will also help your study skill. Understood? Means you should do the translation from your mother tongue to English and English to mother tongue. Use resources from other languages while speaking, writing in English. Frame probing questions to find additional information, to find precise answers to one's query. Compile data in a convenient form. Convenient form means it is easy to handle you and easy to use you. Present information in a concise, lucid manner. Choose appropriate graphics to do so. Lucid in the sense in a simple manner. Don't try to be very much high in standardized thing. Do it simply, but do the best and choose the appropriate graphics. You can use a tree diagram, you can use a flow chart, you can use a web diagram, whatever the graphic it can be related to that, you can use it. Then next, use facilities like online applications, know how to make online payment, etc. Use a computer, internet for purpose of translation and transcription. Prepare a presentation with the help of a computer. Appreciate and or critically examine the programs, films, etc. available through mass media, internet, etc. Then language study. In language study, what the things you should develop? Part of speech, that is determiners, articles, demonstrator, possessive, quantifiers, numerals. Then sentence structure, you should know the sentence structure also. Subject verb agreement means transformation of sentence and types of clause. You should know this thing also. Vocabulary and word building, that is compound word. Punctuation, colon and semicolon. Speech, stress, intonation and rhymes. This you should know where to give space, where to intone the thing, okay, how to use the rhyme. You should know all this thing. Then figures of speech. After that, idiom and proverbs. These all things you have to develop. Understood? So these are the different competencies which you have to develop this year. After that, these are the content which we are going to discuss in this particular textbook. Here, you can see the whole textbook is divided into 6 parts. The first is the let's begin. Okay, here you have to go through this and you have to try to understand the thing. Okay. Then after that, the second part, that is the first unit. In this, okay, Soumya, I'll explain you intonation. Let me just finish it first. Okay, unit 1, it has a poem, it has a story, okay, grammar, understood. You can see all the units, all the 4 units has a poem, has a it has sometimes it has informative lesson also, it has a funny lesson also, it has poem too, understood. And you can see uh, all 4 unit has 2 poem. That is a in unit 1 lesson number 1 and lesson number 1.3. Unit 2 lesson point 2.1 and 2.5 and 2.3. It is also a poem. Understood? Then lesson number 3. Sorry, unit number 3. That is 3.1 is also poem and 3.2 is poem. Understood? Then let's unit 4. 4.1 is poem and 4.5 is poem, but all the poems are different. How they are different? When we discuss the poem, we come to know. These all poems are different in the form, different in the theme. Okay, so what you have to do, we have to learn the intention of the poet when we are discussing the poem. Understood? When we are discussing the lesson, when we that time we should understand what is the intention of the poet, writer. Understood? Now intonation. Soumya has asked me what is intonation. Intonation is the rise and fall of the voice in speaking. Okay, means it is a fluctuation. Actually, we can say the actual fluctuation, but the rhyme. Some time we speak louder, then come to slow. As I'm speaking, some words are stressed, some words has a high tone, some has a low tone. It is called as intonation. Yes, stress on the syllabus. Very good, Soumya. Then the next, that is the sixth part, is the language study. It has different grammar things that you have to go through. Okay, I'll show you. Uh, and if you have a textbook, you can see in that also. Uh, that you have to go through whenever you find any difficulty. Okay, and if you're not finding difficulty, then also you have to go through this particular thing. It has different thing. You can see that it is alphabetical order. It has different thing. Understood? You can see that. So everyone has to go through it from your day first. You can get many of the solution of your problem of grammar. Is that clear? Just put yes in a chat box if you understood and you have clear whatever we have discussed. Okay. So this is what we have discussed about till now about textbook. Okay, and it is very important to know our textbook from first page to the end if you want to study the thing properly. Is that clear? And one more important thing which I want to remind you once again, that English is not a subject but it is a language. So you have to study it as a language only. If you're going to study it as a language, then only it will be helpful to you. Otherwise, it will not going to help you at all. Okay, so let us start with our first poem. Okay, the poem Life. Now it is written by Charlotte Bronte. Okay, she was born on April 21, 1816, and she breathed last on 31st March 1855. She was a well-known English novelist, poetess, and the eldest of all three Bronte sisters. Who survived into adulthood and whose novels become classic of English literature. Among all three sisters, her novel was become classics of English literature. Okay, so as we have discussed, there are some warming up part and some are uh, English workshop. And I told you that we are going to discuss all these things. So first we are going to discuss this warming up part. Okay. Now, what is given here? There are many popular lines like life is a game, play it well. Life is a journey, keep going ahead. This is what? It is a metaphorical line. Means there is a what is a metaphor? Metaphor means the comparison of the two things. Okay, but comparison word is being not used. In the same way, life is compared with many things. So I'm giving a time of 2 minutes. Just you compare your life with some other things and give it to me. It is very important if you want to study the poem. And these two things, these two sentences should not come in the. What is according to you life? What is according to you the life is? Very good, Janvi. Life is a dream. What about other? Still waiting. Love your life and life will. No, beta, you have to compare your life with someone, something. You doing understood? Still waiting. Life is a race. Very good, Rohan. Life is a gift. Enjoy it fully. Very good, Soumya. Life is a chance to win goal. Very good, Shamli. Aditi, very good. Life is a race, but it is repeated once. So I want new. Life is a full of dark. Don't leave it. Make it bright. Very good. Life is journey. Very good. But it is already given, beta. I want a new one. Life is a. Sorry, I missed out. Life is a road. Don't choose wrong way. Very good. Life is a bicycle. How life can be a bicycle? Life is a freedom. Very good. Okay, life is riding a bicycle. Life is a competition. Very good. Life is the sun. Be shine. Very good. Life is a gift given by the God. Life is a gift has been done. Life is a liberty. Very good. Life is sun. Sometimes sets or rises. Very good, Ranjana. Life is a puzzle. Build it and build it by hard work. Very good, Nandini. Life is integrity. Life is a book where we can write our own path. Life is an echo. Life is a movie. Enjoy it to the full. Life comes only one time, so use the life properly. Very good. But it is not compare. There is a no comparison in this. Beta Shardul. Life is to achieve. There is also there no comparison. Life is a group of education, liberty, and happiness. Okay, okay. Good, beta, good. Life is a sport. Very good. Okay, good. So, life is like ice cream. Enjoy it till it melts. Very good. Life is a short picnic. Relish it. Very good. Good. Very nice, friends. Thank you for your support. So, you have understood what is a metaphorical line. Understood means you know what is a metaphor is. Is that clear? So, what you have to do, you have to pull, as we have discussed, life is a way to travel. Very good. Now you have to write all the any 5 comparison metaphorical line of the life. Understood? Then next, prepare as many acrostics using the word life as you can. 2 examples are given below. Acrostics means, I think you understand. Okay, and so you have to make it. Understood? Now the next activity. Now I think everyone know what is the positive feeling and what is the negative feeling. Positive feeling help us to improve ourselves, and negative feeling demotivate towards our life, and it is take ourselves at the wrong way. So now we are going to discuss this. You have to tell me which among the following is a positive feeling and which among the following is a negative feeling. Okay. Now hopeful. It is positive. Okay. Lonely. Positive. Happy. Lonely is not positive. It is negative feeling. Happy, positive. Jealous, negative. Very good. Surprised, positive. Shy, yes. Very good. It is negative feeling. Loving, positive. Proud, positive. Cheerful, positive. Anxious, negative. Yes, you can write N or P. Nervous, negative. Very good. Excited, positive. Embarrassed, negative. Scared, negative. Very good. Silly, negative. Very good. Comfortable, positive. Peaceful, positive. Depressed, negative. Enthusiastic, positive. Very good. Motivated, positive. Inspired, very good, positive. Threatened, negative. Crushed, negative. Angry, negative. Very good. So you all know what is a positive feeling and what is a negative feeling of life. Okay, so let's move. First, I'll read out the poem. And then after that, we are going to discuss a stanza wise about it. Life belief is not a dream, so dark as sages say. Of the little morning rain foretells a pleasant day. Sometimes there are clouds of gloom, but these are transient all. If the shower will make the roses bloom, oh, why lament its fall? Rapidly, merrily, life's sunny hours flit by. Gratefully, cheerily enjoy them as they fly. What though death at times step in and calls our best away? What though sorrow seems to win over hope's happy sway? Yet hope against lasting spring, unconquered, though she fail, still buoyant are her golden wings, still strong to bear us well. Manfully, fearlessly, the day of trial bear. For gloriously, victoriously, can courage quell despair. Now, I won't just do a silent reading of it, then we'll continue with the poem. Yes, Preeti, what do you want to say? I allow you to unmute.
हाँ चैट में लिख ली थी
The students have told their view regarding the poem with the first reading. Okay, Priti is saying the price of anything is the amount of life you exchange for it. Very good. Shubham is saying a happy life is what never ends. Then Rafat is saying this poem encourages the reader to think positive view of life. Very good. Shubham Panda is saying a happy life is what never ends. Very good. Shamli is saying the poet want us to inspire us and tell what is life about. Hemakshi is saying we can do anything if we keep a perfect goal in life. Then Ashwin is saying the value of life. Very good. Dhruv is saying the life is a gift, enjoy it. Aditi is saying to be positive in the life, means we have to be positive in life. Soumya is saying we should well live our life. Okay. Yes, very good. Adut is saying life is a motivation. Vedant is saying poet wants to tell us to be positive in life. Nirmati is saying poet is telling the importance of life. Very good. Good, Vidya. So now we will start with our discussion of the poem. And after now, what you have to do, as you have not read, I think you don't have read the poem.